Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Azeem. I'm here at LaCasa Del Habanos here in Grand Caymans. I'm here with my good friend Wallace, one of the main workers here that also talks all about the great and wonderful things that are called cigars, particularly Cuban cigars, because I don't care for any of those other cigars. Wallace, say hi to everybody for me.
Everybody, how are you?
Good. So Wallace, tell us a little bit about LaCasa Del Habanos and how this got started here.
LaCasa Del Habano, as you know, or as you said, is the official Cuban franchise, the one of 148.
Yes, sir.
This one in particular was opened August 13 of 2000.
So Fidel Castro,
because he's a very big person in the cigar world, and also he happens to have the biggest collection of memorabilia regarding the world of Cuban cigars.
is that right?
Yes.
So is that Alvaro's, right? Alvaro's? Valerio.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes.
He's an Italian.
That's right.
Well, we think he's Italian. He looks German.
Yeah, don't nobody ever know. You know, we done shaved all his hair off now,
Yes,
so
exactly.
we can't really prove it.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm telling you, one of the best things that I love about it is being able to come here and get the experience that you get. So tell me a little bit about, you get this argument. I've been smoking Cuban cigars for the past 3 to 5 years. You actually introduced them to me, and I've been in love with them ever since. And when I tried stateside or U.S. type cigars, just never have gotten the same kind of love and taste out of those cigars. What would you say is the number one thing that sets Cuban cigars apart?
The soil.
The soil.
Yes.
Got to have that dirt.
In my opinion, you have good cigars everywhere, but
Right.
the best cigars still the Cuban cigars, and it's mainly because of the soil.
Hands
They
down.
have an area of about 5 miles.
Uh-huh.
If you step from that area, the flavor already changes. So imagine if you do it in a different country. Because a lot of people say that, okay, the cigars with Cuban seed are as good. No, they're not. They are good, but they're not as good.
They're not.
You'll never be able to duplicate a Cuban cigar outside of Cuba.
Can't be done.
Matter of
Try
fact,
told you.
most of you watching, you probably know the brand that's called Padron. It's very well known in the U.S.
Right. Padrones,
Orlando
right.
Padron
Yeah.
is Cuban, and he was asked if he would ever be able to make a cigar as good as a Cuban, and he said, no, I'm just trying to come up with a good cigar that people enjoy, because you can never duplicate.
Yeah, you can't duplicate. No. So what did he say again? He said it can't be done.
No, and
Told
he's
you.
a Cuban, very well known, but he just tried to come up with a cigar that people enjoy. And like I said, there are good cigars everywhere, but the best cigars are still from Cuba.
Still. And gonna continue to be.
And that's why you got spoiled, because you started with Cubans, therefore you don't want nothing but Cubans.
That's all I want. That's all I want, baby. Give me the Cubans.
Exactly.
That's right. I don't care how you get them. Now, here's the thing. One of the things I'm always wondering, and people ask me all the time, is about pairing a good drink with a Cuban cigar. What are your thoughts on that?
Personally, I think it's a personal choice. I mean, if you like whiskey, you do it with whiskey, but I think that the best thing to have with a Cuban cigar is nothing. Because, for example, I like rum, I like pork, and what we usually say here, if you do both at the same time, one is going to end up being neglected.
Yeah, that's
Because
almost
they're
a
both
threesome.
pleasures.
That's like a threesome.
Exactly.
Yeah, somebody getting left out.
Yes. Somebody will lose interest.
Right, somebody gonna feel like, you just got me here for decoration.
Yes, exactly.
That's exactly
I can
right.
tell you, in Cuba, for example, what they suggest is this. If you want to drink something while you smoke the cigar, they say tea.
Tea.
Black tea, not too hot, not too cold, unsweet.
Unsweet.
Because it doesn't affect the taste of the cigar. Because remember, the cigar is all about flavor as well.
Yes.
So if you combine in two, one is going to get neglected.
Now, what's your favorite cigar all time?
All time?
All time.
Hoyo de Monterrey Double Corona.
Oye, Monterrey.
Hoyo de Monterrey Double Corona.
Okay, y'all heard what he said. I can't repeat it.
I hope they understand.
Oh, they're going to understand. I'm going to write it down and put it on here for closed caption
Sounds good.
for those who can't hear. Because I don't know it either. Oye de Monterrey.
Double Corona.
Double Corona.
I'll show you one, actually.
Okay, we're going to go over here and we're going to go take a look. I'm coming over there to you. This is my other friend, Omega. She didn't want to be on here earlier, but she also is a cigar connoisseur. Say hey.
Hi.
Hey. Yeah, she was going to smoke a cigar today, but then she said she got a class to teach and can't go smell like a cigar. I don't get it.
That's right.
But she love a cigar too.
This is the box.
Okay.
Bring it up. There you go.
Now y'all see that?
Show you the cigar.
Okay, let's look at it. Boy, this is, you can't get this nowhere else. Where you gonna go to get this? Except on AzeemComedyTV.
There you go.
Look at them. Do you smell? Oh my God. The smell just catch you off guard right there. Now, what size are those?
The length is 7 1/4. The ring size is 48.
So some men, you may not want to pull that out in front of your wife because you might be 4 1/4.
Yeah,
That's Robusto.
they might be, you know how you say it, or a complex.
That they might have a little complex, a little thin, but they still might not make it. Now that's, what is that, a Churchill size?
No, it's a double Corona.
Double
it's
Corona.
longer than the Churchill.
Okay, so double Corona is longer than a Churchill. Okay, so some of y'all might not quite make it. So only get the size that you best qualify for. Might be a stub. Might be a stub. So look here. One of the other things, how can you tell when some people go to places, right? You know, I travel to like Cozumel and all these other places, but I only get my cigars from here.
Yes.
And so how can a person find out like if they're getting something that's not a legitimate Cuban? Because you hear all these people that are coming in and talking about, oh no, these are a little expensive.
Because you've been here.
Yeah,
so.
because I know this is legitimate. I found out that this is the official distributor.
I always say this, you know, for example, when I buy shoes, I don't go to the supermarket, I go to the shoe store. So
That's
you
right.
should go to a certified shop. Doesn't mean it has to be only LaCasa. There are authorized shops that they buy from the distributor. You just
Right.
have to make sure that they do buy from the distributor.
Okay.
We used to say by price, but these days they charge you the same price for counterfeit cigars. The places you're gonna find most counterfeit cigars are Jamaica, Mexico,
Yes.
Florida, of course,
Oh, definitely Florida
and the Bahamas.
and the Bahamas.
Cayman, we are not exempt, but here they get controlled very well.
Yes, sir.
But we are not exempt because, you know, we have 8 flights a week.
Right.
But here you are only allowed to bring 25 cigars without paying duty.
Okay.
Unlike the US that you're allowed to bring 100.
Yes.
So
See, and that's what I'm trying to tell them. They don't be listening.
Yes.
I see some people outside buying a Cuban cigar for $5,
I know.
and I'm like, how I know you can't buy a pack of cigarettes
Exactly.
for $5, and you gonna think you're gonna come get a deal on a Cuban
Exactly.
with that good soil?
If it sounds too good to be true, that's what it is.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Well, I'm telling you, man, I'm always impressed. Now, show me, you got some stuff in here that's some of the best things that I've ever seen. Some of these packages that y'all have. Let's go take a look in the humidor, y'all. We're going in the humidor. All right, come on now.
Here we have a lot of specialties. Some of them only made for the franchises, for LaCasa Del Habano. For example, I don't know if I have enough light, but we have a collection of books.
Oh, wow.
The first one came out in the year 2001 with 10 cigars. It's the brand Cuava. Was the first time they commercialized it.
Kuaba?
Cuava, yes.
Okay.
Then they go on. They stopped at number 10, and then what they did, number 11, was a combination of the previous 10. So they put 3 of each. Then they're starting back with number 1, but in a different size, which is this one now, which is the Cuava.
Okay.
So it's a new Cuava, as you can see there.
Okay.
We have a lot of jars that only made for the franchises, limited editions. Of course, the Behikes, which is considered the best that they make right now.
How do you feel about those Behikes?
I like it, but I stay with Hoyo. But definitely, Behike, it came out for the first time in 2010. And really, what they've done is they use a leaf called medio tiempo, which is half time.
Okay.
They put an extra leaf, but it still goes through the same process. The owner here gets his cigars custom made by Cueto, who's the best cigar roller in Cuba.
Cueto.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, he's been using that half time or medio tiempo leaf for the past 15 years. So what we like to say is they discovered hot water, because before they used to throw it away or use it into machine-made cigars.
Okay.
Now they discovered that by adding this leaf, it adds a bit more.
Okay, a little bit more punch
So,
too.
but like I said, the owner here, he's been using half time for the past 15 years.
Wow.
And they just started.
See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. He's ahead of the game. He's ahead of the game.
Exactly.
He knew what he was doing. I love me some Valerio. He even has a cigar named after himself, doesn't he?
I'm sorry?
The Valerio, you know, doesn't he have one that's
Yeah.
got his name on?
Yeah.
See, this how him and Castro, do they have a relationship?
No, they just know each other.
They just know each other. They just like play cousins. That's all I'm saying. They just play cousins.
Womanize, yeah.
Well, I'm telling you what, man. I'm thoroughly enjoying this, and you know, so so people can get these cigars from time to time. Do you think now with stuff that's going to be opening up with Cuba and the United States, will people be able to start getting the cigars a little?
Yes, but I mean, what we think here is, I mean, what's a few things gonna happen. Of course, they're gonna have access, but counterfeiting gonna get worse. Price is gonna go up.
That's right.
We don't know what the U.S. is going to do because, like I told you, for example, right now you're allowed to bring yourself 100.
Right.
Now, once that is lifted, will they tax you and only let you bring 25?
You know they gonna tax us.
Each state is gonna have their own tax and so on. So
see, that's what I'm saying. That's how it starts.
So they say you want to enjoy it, you're gonna pay for it.
Or you're gonna pay for it.
Yeah.
Or you could just come to Grand Cayman.
Exactly.
And then buy you some and smoke them up.
Or you buy me a ticket, I'll bring them for you.
Boom! Did you hear that? That's why I love him. This is my godfather right here. He he give me cigars. He got me started on it. And I just want to say to my wife who's watching, Stephanie, I love you. But I just want to let you know this is the reason why I'm a cigar fiend. It's because of this man right here. He started it.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but remember, it's a pleasure. You know, unfortunately, I do those disgusting things as well as cigarettes. No, that's a habit.
Yeah, now cigarettes is a habit.
Yes, a nasty habit.
You got to stop that. But a cigar,
it's nothing but pleasure.
It's nothing but pleasure, baby. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but what kind of pleasure do you get from just drawing? Well, no, we say it like this: 25% of a cigar is when you. No, 15% is when you cut it. 25% is when you light it because when you get the full aroma.
Yes.
The other 60% is the trip that you take. And for everybody, it's a different thing.
I'm a frequent flyer. How about that? Hey, y'all, I want to thank you, Wallace, for taking the time out and talking to us. If you're ever in the Grand Caymans, make sure you come see this gentleman right here, Wallace, at LaCasa Del Habanos in Grand Cayman.
We'll welcome you, give you the same treatment.
Greatly appreciate it.
You abuse him, though, so.
Yeah, they abuse me over here, but that's all right, because I come out here smelling like roses. All right, thank y'all again for watching. This is AzeemComedyTV.
Take care, guys.
Peace.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, brother. If y'all enjoyed yourselves, I want to make sure that y'all send me out some tweets, some messages about this particular one. This is my very first Periscope. We're going to be talking about cigars every single week because I tell you what, you can't go wrong with them. I see one of my people out there said that their husband enjoys it. Well, you make sure that he send me a tweet, and I'll make sure if he stays in touch with me, sometimes I might even, who knows, send you a nice little cigar along the way. Thank y'all again. God bless. Have a good one.